Good afternoon. This is BMO.
Country Coke, huh? What up? This is Dave.
Your boy Dom.
Yeah, Country Coke. This your boy Hendo. God, what is Country Coke? Bro, that's gotta be, is that a hot potent? That's gotta be hot potent, right?
That's why Dabo was hitting the Deion Sanders high step. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he was running fast. Wow.
It then gave the pat on the butt.
Yeah, he did all that. He did all that, man.
Okay, is there some sort of weird? Okay, because initially somebody sent me the video and they were being funny, no pun intended. He was chasing down the cheerleader. Like, is that what he did? Because he was chasing down the cheerleader.
A la Les Miles. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you gotta say Les Miles.
Didn't Petrino have that same thing?
Yeah, but she was on a motorcycle in a ditch, and he's out here lying with a broken neck.
Kurt, I ain't gonna want. Never mind.
No, don't mention Perk, man. Don't mention Perk angle in this, okay?
He wasn't per angle yet. You know what I'm saying? He was just still Kurt.
Yeah, because when he was Perk angle, you know, he cut out his hair off. All that. Remember that?
Yep. And he was going with this chick named Raka Khan.
Okay. NFL week 2.
Yep.
NFL week 2. Hendo and they got talking baseball, talking about the Padres. We got news and notes, AEW, and the 20th anniversary of Xbox. All right, we get these birthdays out the way. Only 3 birthdays. Happy birthday to Tommy Lasorda, Moneybag Yo, and I'm sorry, Dave. Basketball reasons. Rest in peace, David Stern.
Okay.
Indeed.
So Moneybag is birthday Eskimo brothers with 2 dead dudes right now. Okay. Rest in peace, Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah. So what does that mean? What you trying to say?
Right.
Well, I don't know. Because look, I have a birthday coming up, and a couple of my birthday Eskimo brothers have passed away. So
yeah.
All right. So it's only one alive person with a birthday today?
Man, that's a weak list.
That's worth noticing. That's worth naming, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yo is the most noticeable. Yeah, that's a terrible birthday list.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well,
okay.
One time for Tommy Lasorda, great video game on Sega Genesis, by the way.
Indeed.
The best sound of a ball and bat coming together ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Until
I agree.
Triple play baseball.
Well said.
Yeah. If they ever brought that back, would it be triple play or would it be MLB? Because it would just be triple play. It would be triple play, or would it just be MVP baseball?
I mean, it'll be MVP baseball. Shout out to the aluminum bat on the college baseball game, though.
Ping.
Yeah.
Ping.
Yeah.
They made us play that for a year. We had to play that for a year to get our baseball fix. It was ridiculous.
It was. It definitely was.
By the way, one time for the retired Zebo who found and discovered Moneybag Yo as well.
Yes.
On the flip.
One time for Zebo.
And invited me and Hendo to go to watch Moneybag Yo.
Yeah.
Simply by making an invite through his flip phone in the locker room.
Yes. Y'all basically asked us, was we down to go see? It was supposed to be Gates, right? Gates was the headliner. But then he was like, y'all want to see Moneybag Yo? And, we said, well, you'll see. We'll see. But this is before Moneybag Yo was like big time. So, yeah. Yeah.
He was getting himself started up. Zebo wanted to check him out. Like, hey, man, got this artist coming up my label, my first artist. It was like, okay, cool. I had no idea he was going to pull out the Nokia like that. Like, it was just sitting there. He pulled it up, talked to whoever he talked to. Like, hey, give me 2 tickets lined up for BMO and Hendo. He slammed the phone. You know how you like just flip it down? He didn't push in. He flipped down the phone. He was like, y'all good to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you know who wasn't good to go?
Ooh, it's a lot of teams.
I mean, that's true, but y'all boys.
Yikes, New Orleans.
Yo, is that how it's gonna be for the rest of the season with them? I mean, and do you realize how many assistants they didn't have and how that would have impacted the game? Because I didn't think about that at all.
Neither did I. But yeah, it's gonna be an up and down year for them, especially if you have Kamara out. You only got 88 yards in 2 games, fam.
Well,
which makes my
yards.
all NFC West call that much more better.
Well,
and tell Jameis stop trying to pull the Patrick Mahomes, trying to lean and with the pass.
There we go.
Well, he was doing that back to free shoes, so yeah, that's nothing new with him.
Well, let's get the break because we got to talk about this NFC West, and I got a question for y'all about a certain quarterback.
West, y'all.
Moden, close us out.
All right, let's take this quick break. We're going to come back. We are going to recap NFL Week 2 and also provide our picks for Week 3.
See it for the win. Zerline's kick. Is it long enough? It is into the net for the victory. You called it. What a job. Dak Prescott playing an outstanding game today. Coach McCarthy getting his team. You feel good after week 1, right? But you still lost. You got to come in here and get back to 1-1. And Herbert, a devastating loss. Both teams played a great game. Too many penalties. But Dak Prescott and the Cowboys come down and let Zerline
unbelievable
kick the game winner. What a game.
56 yards to win it. Look, they had plenty of leg on this. It hit into the net. I mean, it had room to spare. The Cowboys, that thing was still soaring. They started the year on Hard Knocks, and now they get their first win of the season.
Oh, calm down, Nance.
Why is everybody looking so sleepy?
What was he saying? What did he mean they started the season on Hard Knocks? It's week 2.
He wanted to close out the win with an important speech.
Well, he got 17. He got now 16 more weeks to do that. I mean, wow. Okay, wow, Nance.
Not even a quarter into the season, fam.
And he's like, yo, is Hard Knocks the bottom?
I thought it was a privilege to be on Hard Knocks, though.
Okay,
yeah, because
fine.
we've had the Browns, Chiefs recently. Browns, Chiefs, Chargers, Rams, and Raiders,
and the Cowboys. Okay, NFL Week 2. You just saw Greg Zerline kick a game-winning 56-yard field goal as the Cowboys beat the Los Angeles Chargers 20-17. One punt in this game, 37 combined points. For my gambling folks, that they missed the under by 20 points in this game. The Cowboys showing off a new, well, not necessarily a new, but a more balanced 1-2 punch with Zeke and Tony Pollard. They both got a touchdown, both got some good yards in the passing game, and both got over 100 combined yards from scrimmage. Chris, is this what we should see from the Cowboys in the future? Is this what we will see from the Cowboys in the future?
I think we're finding out about a fit situation here. I think Tony Pollard fits the Cowboys offense with this Coach McCarthy, because if you remember, his past running backs in Green Bay were similar to Pollard. The Ty Montgomerys, those type of running backs, they were good at catching the ball very fast, not power backs. I just think there's an identity fit with this, and he seems to be more of a electric type runner, right? Like he gets going, he's gone. He gets to hold quicker than Zeke would. But I will say this: it should be the formula. The problem you're gonna run into is this: teams are gonna be able to adjust to that. Now, this week he played a pretty good defense, and I think the thing is this: he didn't have Michael Gallup out there, so the ball can be spread around a little bit more. Because if you have Gallup out there, I don't know if they run as many times with Pollard as well. So I think it was great. My question would be for you is CeeDee Lamb, because obviously with Amari didn't have a big game, but CeeDee Lamb stepped up. Do you see him like being the number one receiver on this team, even though Amari is acclaimed to be that guy?
No, because like Zeke and Tony Pollard, there's enough opposites attract with CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper to where they both can mesh finally together. I can see both guys over 85 catches, over 1,200 yards. I probably see Cooper with more touchdowns merely because of opportunities. We have said on this show several times, he is the better route runner, one of the best in the National Football League. So I think it's still 1A and 1B or 1 and 2, however you want to do that. But Byron, your Cowboys win. They get an important road win. Your defense, at least in the first 2 games, from my naked eye, they look faster. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yes, I am seeing the same thing. Even with with it being faster, which, yes, we do have a younger secondary, but more mention of being fast is about putting Michael Parsons on that defensive line, which he was switched to defensive end to play, for DeMarcus Lawrence, who's out with a broken foot. Him, and also besides Kurtz, number 27, that plays safety, those were the only 2 guys that can apply quarterback pressure. And that pressure was highly needed. Even though it wasn't a lot of pressure, it didn't really get any sacks, but at least it disrupted Justin Herbert for him to kind of throw off, which got Diggs the interception. He would have got 2, which I'm still kind of mad that he gambles a little bit too much for me. But yes, defense is faster, and it also do kind of help to get fresh young legs out there, which the Chargers offense or the coaching didn't do any film on these guys. So it's kind of like a good gamble. Faster, yes. The only problem that I had with Dave, with speed, is by the middle of the field. With Michael Parsons playing defensive end, that opens up the middle of the field. Because, like, you remember the first run of the game, the first play of the game the Chargers had, it was like a 20-yard run. And we already figured that who's in the middle of that field, which is Jalen Smith and which is Leighton Vander Esch. They played solid. They got more touches only because Michael Parsons was in. But as far like with speed goes, I feel like the middle of the field was the only place where we didn't see that speed at all. But on the defensive line and on the safety position, yes, we did.
Okay, very good. Cowboys improved to 1-1. They will take on the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday night. Mookie's Philadelphia Eagles, who lost their home opener to the San Francisco 49ers 17-11. The result will probably bring more questions about Jalen Hurts. Mook, do you agree? What did you see in the game that you liked, and what did you see in the game that you didn't like?
So as far as what I liked, I did like the fact that the offense was moving downfield. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts made a lot of plays downfield, more than he did last year. So I was impressed with that. Like I said, I did like the decision making. Obviously, there was more that I did not like. Most notably, not being able to score any touchdowns in the red zone. I am cool with going for it on 4th down, but when you're playing a defense like San Francisco, you can't afford to go for it twice on 4th and short. And if you're going to do that, like, you got to come up with something. I mean, look what the final score was. That, said obviously changed the game. But, I mean, overall, though, I said this in the beginning, this will be a learning year for the Eagles. I do like the way the offense is looking, with the wide receivers, with the speed. Once the season, the chemistry will get better. Cornerbacks, it is what it is. So this, this upcoming game is actually the game I'm actually, like, looking forward to the most, not because it's the Cowboys, because, like I said, like, the cornerbacks is going to get tested the most when they play against Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. So it'll be interesting to see. I love the defensive line still being able to cause pressure, but I mean, yeah, man, you just can't afford to be leaving points on the board. The Philly special, I'm not even going to justify that with a response. That was like the worst execution. Greg Ward, if anything, you could have at least tried to, like, score yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is that a coaching call? Is that Nick Sirianni telling Greg Ward throw it regardless, or do you think he gives him the option to run or pass depending on what he's seeing? He is a former quarterback, so it's not like he can't read what was going on in the play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was about to say. Like, I mean, as a former quarterback, you would think he would be smart enough to know, like, oh, well, Jalen's in the back of the end zone. So let me go ahead and try to, take it in for a touchdown. But like I said, I mean, overall, though, it's a learning game. I mean, it was a learning experience. They lost. Like I said, I do like the fact that the offense is moving up and down the field. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big issue last year. I like the way things are moving. So, I mean, losing Brandon Graham, that's gonna hurt.
Ouch.
And I
Achilles
hate
injury.
yes.
Gone for the season. Yes.
And I hate to say this, probably gonna be one more big injury away from another mediocre season. So, but Monday will be interesting though.
So real quick, we got a couple of questions, and this is for you, Dom. It looks like for my guy Robin Rich, the Pittsburgh fan, if I'm not mistaken. Mm. He says, Dom, do you think the Eagles have an issue with the lack of physicality at wide receiver?
Yes.
Because there is a lot of speed guys.
I mean, they all built like me. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be easy for them to get, jammed up at the line of scrimmage. Like you said, it's a lot of speed, but I mean, Jalen Ramsey get his hands on you and fling you around for a little bit. It was a couple of plays to where I saw Josh Norman, do a little bit too much manhandling for my liking. Like, you can say what you want about Alshon Jeffrey, and I do, but like the thing that made him work was the fact that he was that big receiver. That's why I worked with him and Deshaun Jackson, because Deshaun Jackson was that speed. It didn't work because both of them was injury prone. But yeah, man, like the ability not being able to get off the line. I mean, Zach Ertz stay banged up, so that's not helping either. But they'll be fine. Like I said, moving forward, they'll be fine as long as they can stay healthy. They'll be good.
So we do have another question. Looks like, and this is back to the Cowboys. What do y'all think about Steele at right tackle for the boys? Okay, so Terrence Steele was in spot for Leon Collins. I thought he was great. He had to deal with Bosa, had to deal with a couple of those Charger defensive ends, and he did an amazing job. I don't know how that's going to prolong for the week because now he's going to face an even better defensive line this coming up week, so we'll see. But I was impressed with Steele. Terrence Steele looked good.
He did look good. I was very impressed by Steele. I mean, of course, a lot of people are still most definitely in panic mode. But like I always bring up, like you don't have film on these guys. I mean, even with now recently, he did do a good job on Bosa. And I think like after a while, they stopped helping Steele at the point. They was helping him with double teams and zone blocking. But after a while, when he was matched up with Bosa coming in through one-on-one.
All right, he disconnected real quick.
Okay, my thing is you need depth, okay? And depth throughout the season, especially at the line. We have Chris, who has been going for at least 4 years now, banging his head on the desk, telling this team to get offensive lineman help, and not only just help, but depth, okay? Because we've had 2 years of Tyron Smith's back issues. We've had various injuries to Nelson. You just lost Tyler Frederick a couple of years ago. So I think it's good that this man played pretty good against one of the better defensive lines in the game. And keep throwing him out there. Collins, there's no appeal for Collins, is it? So he is out for the next 4 games?
Yes.
Okay, so he'll play for the next 4 games, and hopefully that will bolster your offensive line depth. So other week 2 observations, my NFC West, another good quality weekend, 3-1. But the one is the problem, okay? Another blown Seattle lead at home, this time to y'all's Titans. So it's like a double loss, all right? They walked their asses down. Derrick Henry came alive, 35 carries, 182 yards. And it looked like after a while, the Seahawks were good on trying to tackle Derrick Henry. But when the Titans are successful, this is the program that they use. More Henry. And by the third or fourth quarter, you don't want none of that. And then he breaks off a couple of long runs for touchdowns. The AFC West didn't do too bad at all. We got a Raiders win. They are 2-0. They are currently in the driver's seat as Mookie's hot 2-0 teams. We had a Chargers loss. We had a Kansas City loss on Sunday night. I thought that was a great play by the Ravens defensive end. And what other team am I saying? The Broncos. The Broncos are 2-0. Hendo's Broncos are 2-0, and they look good, man. They look good, Chris. They look very good.
So my thing is this: we talked about Deshaun Watson going to several teams, and Denver kept getting brought up. But man, Teddy Bridgewater is he's doing this thing.
Too good.
With and with Jerry Jeudy getting hurt, one time for SMU's own Cortland Sutton showing up. I just think that like that Denver team, because now I know people are gonna say the strength of schedule, because I'm looking at the comments, the strength of schedule is a factor in that, but this team is playing really good football defensively. I like some of the names over there. Like I said, you got Simmons, you got, our guy, the pass rusher, I can't think of his name right now.
Von Miller.
We have Von Miller, but Nick Chubb. Or is it
Bradley Chubb?
Bradley Chubb, yeah. So, like I said, I just think at the end of the day, like you got to take advantage. And the Raiders are doing it too. Look, I made fun of the Raiders. I said they were going to raid, and they haven't. And I agree with you on that, man. Like, Henry Ruggs has been really good when he's healthy. How many targets is Darren Waller going to get? Because, my God, they target him like a lot.
Would you throw it to him 10 times a game? Because what ends up happening is you double Waller, and then Ruggs and Edwards can get deep. Now, they don't have Jacobs, so that affects a lot of their power running game with the play action, but I still think that, their formula is working. And Pittsburgh,
yeah,
they should have traded for another quarterback, because there's no way they feel confident turning to Haskins if Roethlisberger cannot go at any point in this season.
What about your boy Mason?
They traded for another quarterback. That tell you how they felt about Mason Rudolph. And also, I'll throw them into this. How come they weren't in line for Gardner Minshew?
Because Flacco took first. So Eagles got him first.
Because the Eagles were more desperate?
I mean, for a backup, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to have. I mean, look, over Joe Flacco, I would take Gardner Minshew as my backup quarterback.
I would have took him over Dwayne Haskins. That's the point. And I think that's why Pittsburgh is going to have problems in that division. And is the AFC North still a 2-team division in y'all's opinion?
Yes, I'll say yes.
Yeah. Clee and the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't tell who's saying this on Facebook, but we do have a Facebook comment. I do apologize because it's not showing me the name. I think, BMO, if you've seen the name, someone's asking Cam Newton to the Steelers. Who is that just asking that?
Oh, that's our boy Chad Major. Shout out to Chad Major.
Shout out to Chad. Shout out to
the answer is no. Cam Newton will not. Cam Newton to the Steelers is not going to happen. They're going to ride out with Bathroom being as much as they want to ride out with. That's the reason why he brought up with the contract extension. So let Ben keep playing himself out. But Cam Newton to the Steelers, no.
But he's a statue. He's a statue back there.
Yeah.
He's going. I don't think so. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, I think the issue with the Steelers, and Don brought this up before, they just don't have elite skill position players on offense. Think about it. We like Claypool, right? We like the Johnson guy they got now. Najee Harris is rather young. Who is the elite one offensive guy on this team?
Well, I don't think they're trying to do sort of like a Buffalo situation where there's a wide receiver hierarchy. I think that all three of them can make plays depending on what you call. They got 2 good tight ends. I wouldn't say great. And they did spend a first-round pick on Najee Harris. I don't know if I would have done that knowing my quarterback situation. For me, the problem is the signal caller. If he can't deliver to those guys, I mean, Juju scored on a run. It's only so much gadgeting you're going to be able to do to get yourself out of issues that directly relate to the quarterback. Any other week 2 observations, BMO?
As far as like any other week 2 observations, the Ravens finally beat the Chiefs, as we both agreed on. Hell of a play, hell of a defense by the rookie. 2 sacks and a fumble recovery in the strip to pretty much seal the game. Just by seeing, Pat Mahomes with that pass to Travis Kelce, once again, him doing the Pat Mahomes pass he did from the Super Bowl, sometimes you gamble a little bit too much, bro. Like you said, too much dip on the chip, as Hendo always tells us. That's basically what it was. Like, you lost that game for your squad. And also toward the fact of, yes, going forward on 4th and 1, Jim Harbaugh asking LeBar, hey, do you want to go for this? Hell yeah, he's not going to say no. I mean, that would be like tomfoolery if you just sit there, y'all just bring the punting team out, knowing that y'all can really beat this team with the game Lamar Jackson has had with over 100+ yards running on the ground. Ravens receivers, catch a damn pass. I would really appreciate y'all can do that at least through the season. If y'all would have been catching passes, then y'all wouldn't have been down like 2 touchdowns like that. That's ridiculous to me. That's ridiculous. Nobody do want to catch a pass for this football team. But shout out to the Ravens. That was a very, very good game Sunday night, man. Very, very good game.
Yeah, I would say for me, a game that comes to mind, and look, man, I was high on this team when we did our picks. The Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen. They play defense. They are a good defensive team. You probably wouldn't be able to name one defensive guy, right, that just stands out. But this team plays. They play hard, man. They're physical. And look, man, Sam Darnold, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Darnold, ladies and gentlemen. Like, how does that even happen? Like, Sam Darnold gets,
you leave the Jets. You just leave the Jets, and then the stink washes off of you, and then you look halfway decent.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like I said, I like their offensive weapons. You got Chris McCaffrey, obviously elite. I think DJ Moore is elite. I do think that Robbie Anderson is underrated. I like this offense, man, and, like, their offensive line is really good. And like I said, they look like a team that's being coached well, which, Dom, I got to ask you because you on the high horse of a certain quarterback on that team, on the other team that lost, the Saints. Jameis, what are we doing?
Oh, I mean, you seeing the results of no Michael Thomas and your running game can't get going. I mean, like, yeah, Jameis definitely should have tried to throw that. He went full Batman when he tried to act like he was Patrick Mahomes and threw that interception, fam.
Bro.
I don't know what he was thinking, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm gonna treat it just like how I treated Aaron Rodgers' performance last week. It was a bad week.
I think the Jameis roller coaster will be every other week, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't think the Saints could get to 10 wins to secure a playoff berth. So I think we also underrated the assistants being out as well. They had 7 offensive assistants out due to COVID protocols. But let's run away from what's wrong with your Dolphins?
Where to start?
Well, it's the quarterback. I don't think he's bad, but he's not ready for NFL. He seems to not be ready to play NFL football right now. I mean, he hurt his ribs,
broken ribs.
Okay, and that might be an issue with his physical stature and his inability to not get hit. Okay, I
don't think he's good.
Okay, I'm open for that as well. They lost 35-0 at the crib.
Miami usually plays very well at the crib. Like,
I agree. Let's take a break. When we return, we will get to week 3 predictions. Y'all see that Thursday night game? Ooh,
yeah.
We shall return.
Now trail by 4. Off the fake to Michelle. Stafford fires to a wide open Cooper Kupp. And Kupp stays on his feet, finally knocked out of bounds.
3rd and goal. Jackson will now take it from the gun, from the pistol. Keeping himself untouched into the end zone. And pressure, in trouble. We're going to dump it. Oh, one-hander. Patterson is in for the touchdown.
So aggressiveness from the defense is what you're looking for.
Ring 5. Hurts taking a deep shot. He's got his man. Quez Watkins. Big gainer. Down inside the 10.
That's not a call, Jim. Make it.
I'll say yes.
All right, let's see it. For the win. Zerline's kick. Is it long enough? It is into the net for the victory.
On first down. Blitz coming. Ryan knocked way in the air. And that's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be returned for a touchdown by Edwards again. Marcus Kemp, the wideouts, providing the
Blocking for him. Mahomes feels that pocket deep downfield into the end zone, juggled and caught for a touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson.
Crowd trying to make it more difficult now. Burrow throws, intercepted. It is picked off, and on the run is Roquan Smith. Down the sideline. Smith gets a block all the way. The pick six for Roquan Smith. Murray. And picked off. Vigil down the sideline. Still on the move. Touchdown Vikings. Woo! Here's Kyler Murray. He's on. Oh, what a catch at the 5. Christian Kirk. There's been pressure in his face, and they force him to do something.
Quick pass to the near side. That is complete to Demetric Felton. Felton still on his feet. Inside the 10 to the goal line. Touchdown Cleveland.
Blitz coming. Mahomes gets away. Keeps his eyes downfield and fires and completes it to Kelsey. What else is new? And Kelsey with blocking inside the 20. Rumbling inside the 10. Look at this. Kelsey's in the end zone. Crazy.
A week ago when it was McCourty against McCourty. But you have a lot of respect for his career. Oh, great block right there. And look at the broken tackles. Damian Harris bulldozing his way. Myers digging, turning. That is a touchdown.
And Sherry, thank you and condolences to the entire Moab family. Here's Derrick Henry with some nice running. Henry trying to turn it on inside the 30. Stays on his feet and he will go. Derrick Henry, 60 yards.
34, 3 wide against 5 defensive backs. And he throws, he's up in the air as he throws it to Hollywood Brown. Touchdown.
Best quarterback in football, but as far as the two most entertaining quarterbacks in football, he just posterized that Kansas City Chiefs defense on that one.
We are back.
So real quick, your Twitch got Cleveland Browns fan said, "Hey, how about my Cleveland Browns? And what are your thoughts? Who can replace Jarvis Landry?"
Okay, first off, shout out to the Cleveland Browns. And this, I'm gonna tie this here back to a previous comment that was said about the Broncos. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat, or you have a relative good chance to beat, because you're gonna have to start stacking up these wins. This AFC West looks pretty dangerous. And so at worst, you may go 2-4 in the division. But 10 wins still, are we still in agreement that 10 wins get you a playoff spot in the AFC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as Cleveland goes, Cleveland took care of business against an inferior opponent. Touchdowns from Nick Chubb, as you saw, the touchdowns from Demetric Felton. Look, they are taking care of the business that they're supposed to take care of. Now, they are 1-1. Going into this week, their division they don't play a division game yet. They have the Bears at home. You would expect them to go 2-1. This would be Justin Fields' first start. As far as replacing Jarvis Landry, I guess more Donovan Peoples-Jones. Any updates on Odell Beckham yet? I assume he's still a week or two away. Yeah. You got 2 tight ends you can throw to. You got 2 running backs you can throw to. And Noah Stefanski, a lot of Nick Chubb and a lot of Hunt and a lot of tight ends is my opinion. So,
and yeah, there you go. And BMO, somebody want to ask you this, I guess. I'm looking at it right now on Twitch. BMO, you said that the Rams are the best in the predictions. You said the Rams are the best team to sort of beat the Buccaneers. Do you think that this week sort of showed that, or do you think that they still need to address maybe getting another big target on offense to sort of get it going?
I mean, you got to throw to somebody else besides Cooper Kupp. I know that for damn sure, because now you're going against a Buccaneers team that's good on both sides of the football. I still pick them to also win this division, but I do not pick them to win this game coming up.
But the Bucs are hurting at the defensive back position so much that Bruce Arians confirmed that they reached out to Richard Sherman. They do not have Sean Murphy-Bunting. He is on the injured list. And they was picking on Carlton Davis. On Sunday as well. So I think the Rams passing offense can take advantage of it. You would like to see more Robert Woods and more Van Jefferson involved, but they won't have Darrell Henderson. They will only be going with Sony Michel, and I assume, somebody off the practice squad. So I think that might be a problem because I don't think McVay wants Stafford throwing more than 30, 31 times a game.
Yeah, I think they're legit, man. I like I said, we'll see from the Rams' perspective how it goes with the running situation because they did lose running backs and stuff. But I think this team is legit. Maybe the Le'Veon Bell, I know he's with the Ravens, but let's see if he stays there. They may have to address that eventually. But yeah, man. And Dom, before we get to these picks, before I give y'all these picks to each team, Zach Wilson, bro. You called this. You said you said somebody's gonna throw 4 picks, bro. what was he doing?
Look at the situation, fam. I mean, look, bro. If you are gonna be the quarterback for the New York Jets, if you could have stayed in college, I just would have stayed in college. I'd be like, you know what? I need another year. Is the CFL open? Arena football? Anything? Because I wouldn't want to get drafted by the New York Jets, bro. I mean, look at Sam Darnold. He's over there flourishing right now. It's only 2 weeks in, but yeah, situations matter.
I have a follow-up question to that. They made Jamison Crowder a healthy scratch. He was coming off the COVID, and he had some groin issues. Dude, they was throwing to Denzel Mims and Braxton Berrios, okay? And as you will hear in my hot take, Braxton Berrios, former Hurricane. Listen, don't expect much coming out of that factory anytime soon, okay? And so if he's screwed. And the thing is, they committed to him in January, okay? Way before Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers thought about, moving up in the draft. If you found out that the Niners was willing to offer up 3 first-round picks just to move up a couple of slots, you could have had Zach Wilson by moving down and had some more picks to, fortify the deal, but they didn't because they're the Jets, okay? And they're the only team in the NFL I can think off the top of my head whose best player is an offensive lineman, and he ain't even playing right now.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad, and they don't even have how most teams they can be bad, but they got a young elite player, like a skill position. Who is that guy on that team? Who is it?
Their right tackle.
Yeah,
and that's not saying much if you're right tackle, not your left tackle.
No, exactly.
Your non-premium position guy. Look, offensive line everywhere is premium, but the fact that your right tackle is your headlining guy, that's a huge problem. That'd have been going to go tell the Cowboys in the 90s, rest in peace to Martin Tuinei, but you're going to tell the Cowboys, well, yeah, man, the most recognizable guy on the team that's elite is going to be your right tackle. But real quick.
And now, hold on, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm going to run you into the schedule. And now they are part of the 4-game afternoon package that we got to suffer through on Red Zone because they go play Chris's Broncos. Broncos 3-0. I'm go ahead and calling it right now.
Yeah, we can get that on the Broncos 3-0. All right. Well, Thursday night, we got the 2-0 Carolina Panthers going to H-Time to go face who's that quarterback, Dom? You said you was that quarterback. So Dom, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Panthers in a blowout, but Dom, go ahead.
Oh nah, yeah, the Panthers are definitely winning this game. You know what I'm saying? They got your boy Ron Mexico out there at quarterback on the other side.
Bro.
Marcus Vick, you know what I'm saying, out there. So, it ain't gonna be looking good for them. But yeah, definitely the Panthers. Like I said, man, the Panthers will be my surprise team. Like I said, I'm still not picking them to make the playoffs, but I do like that staff. I do like the way they looking this year. But yeah, definitely Panthers 2-0. I mean 3, they undefeated still. So yeah. Broncos. Jake Plummer got a jersey still.
Look, I'm going to pick the Texans for no reason at all. But Sam Darnold's bound to have a bad game to remind us exactly who he was and that he did not get all that jet stink off. The name of the Houston Texans quarterback is Davis Mills of Stanford. So Google that or something.
So he got 2 last names. He got a first name, last name, or 2 last names.
Two last names. He got a 2 last name situation.
BMO fix my wires in my house.
BMO, come on, man. Pick the Texans. You picking the Texans with me?
You know what? I'm going to pick the Texans with
Thank you.
Dave.
Succumb to peer pressure, boy.
And the same thing goes, like you said, Dave, the Sam Darnold situation. I mean, I get it. You know, it is good to have a Chris McCaffrey, but we're going to see, is it really good to have a Sam Darnold? Because that's one thing I really want to find out. And we're going to find that out in this game. I got the Texans also as well.
All right. 12 o'clock Central Time. We got the Washington football team, and I think this may be one of the best games of the week. We got the Washington football team on the road to face the Buffalo Bills. We got Buffalo as a 7.5-point favorite. Damn. I'm gonna go Washington. Something tells me that line can get to Josh Allen. It's gonna be hell for him. I'm gonna go Washington. Dave.
This will be, at least when Buffalo has the ball, a battle of two units who we might have overrated a bit coming into the season. I got Buffalo at home. I don't think Washington can score enough points on the road.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I got Buffalo as well. I mean, you are right, Hendo. That defensive line can get to Josh Allen. But who the hell is, Washington going to be out there throwing to, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got Buffalo.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin's the only – I like Gibson. They got a couple guys. But, all right, so I think I know where we are going with this one. Chicago Bears are going to be on the road as a 7-point underdog versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with the Bears. I don't trust Cleveland, y'all. I'm telling you. If there's no Jarvis. You're already eliminating. There's no Jarvis. So now you're going to have to really rely on Donovan Peoples-Jones, whatever his name is, Junior Jones. 3-name guy. Yeah. You got to rely on him as your number one, as an outside wide receiver. Okay, cool. My issue is this. I think Justin Fields, there's no film on him, right? And looking at this Cleveland defense, ain't what I thought it was. Maybe the matchups haven't been favorable for him, but I haven't seen 95 like I thought I would see 95 early. So I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. B-Mo?
Give me the Browns at the crib. I mean, no Jarvis. We still don't know about Odell Beckham's injury. I still think, with the home crowd and them being at home and with Baker Mayfield playing, I think Baker Mayfield will get out of this funk and also get out of this situation where it's going to come down to him. They may get the last possession of the game. I will give them this win in a close one.
So I'm gonna pick Cleveland as well, only because I do feel like this is gonna be the game where Myles Garrett gets at least 2 sacks. I think he's gonna be in Justin Fields' grill this game. I really do believe that. So, and to be honest with you, your boy Kevin Stefanski has done a good job as far as like game planning when one of his star receivers are out. Now, granted, you got both of them out, so this will, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I got the Browns.
I got the Browns at home. I think the Bears do cover, and I think Chris makes a great point about issues with the Cleveland Browns defense. They've got some recipes, okay? They've got a good corner, and they've got a blue chip pass rusher, probably the best defensive end in the game. They need to get it going to at least assert some dominance because I still think this is a 2-team division. I got Browns at home. Bears cover the 7 points.
And real quick, both offensive tackles for the Browns are both questionable. So keep that in mind when Khalil Mack is out there and those guys are out there. All right, next matchup. We got on the road, Baltimore Ravens 1-1 going against the 0-2 Detroit Lions. Baltimore's an 8-point favorite. I'm going with Baltimore. I don't even know why, but I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Clean sweep. Will Detroit cover? That's the only question.
No.
All right, cool.
No. Mm-hmm. All right. This is going to be an interesting matchup. And I think I know where Dave is going to go with this, and I'm going to lead off with him. We have the Indianapolis Colts at 0-2 on the road as a 5-point underdog to the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Okay.
I think Tennessee's fine.
Okay, you're going to take Tennessee. I'm going to take the Colts only because of my desperate team theory, and they have to make this a division race. Colts defense, another unit that may have gotten a little bit more praise than we thought. They let Cooper Kupp run through the wild, okay? They let Chris Carson and Tyler Lockett run past them in the first 2 weeks. Where is Buckner? Where is Darius Leonard? they will answer that this weekend. I got the Colts.
I got the Titans, and as far as like the Colts goes, how Dave, you mentioned that defense. A lot of people kind of overrated that offensive line also as well, because I was hearing a lot of talk about them being the best offensive line in football. Because they do have a good offensive line, but this season right now, going forward so far, I don't see that at all. It's the same thing like what Dave said about their defense. I got the Titans in the blowout.
I got the Titans as well, and a touchdown apiece for Julio and your boy Brown.
Ooh, okay. All right. So we got probably another great matchup, division matchup. We have the Los Angeles Chargers on the road as a 6.5-point underdog versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This is an interesting matchup because they both play each other really weird when both of them are on the road. I'm a little worried about Los Angeles offense. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I picked Los Angeles to be a playoff team, but I got some concerns which I need all you guys to talk about on this team. What's wrong with the Chargers? Is it the coaching? What is it?
I think what their problem is, like the Chiefs in a sense, they can't run the ball consistently to sustain drives. Okay, and Herbert and the countdown that you were showing on the break, a lot of bad tackling and a lot of dumb interceptions. And this seems to have infected the entire league. And Justin Herbert threw some very questionable passes Sunday. I got the Chiefs at home. They walk into 31 points easily, and they will not lose back-to-back games this season.
Chiefs at the crib.
Yeah, same Chiefs.
Okay. All right. So we got on the road the New Orleans Saints at 1-1 as a 3-point underdog to the New England Patriots. I'm going to take the New England Patriots. I think Dom, come on, man. Your boy Jameis, you got it. I need to hear it.
Oh, yeah, I'm picking the Saints against the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Jameis will have a turnover, but Jameis will be more week 1 Jameis than week 2 Jameis this week.
He will have a turnover.
Yes, a turnover.
Okay.
I didn't say ankles. I just said turnover.
Okay. I got the Patriots at home. It's time for Josh McDaniels to let Mac Jones get a little more explosive in the offense. Although I don't think it's the week to do that against this very stout New Orleans front seven. But Bill Belichick will have something cooked up for Jameis like he had cooked up for Zach Wilson. Multiple turnovers. Patriots win a field goal defensive touchdown game.
I got the Saints on the road. I feel like with the game that Jameis had last week, I think he will turn out fine. Yes, I do kind of turnover also as well, Dom. But don't be surprised if Sean Payton try to implement Taysom Hill more at quarterback and not at the Wildcat. I know, Dave. I know. He gonna try to pull some BS and try to, hey man, we just letting you know now. We do have another quarterback that can start. But I think that will calm down, and I think the Saints will get this win in the close.
All right. Well, this is a funny matchup of who's going to get fired first.
Oh my goodness!
We got the Atlanta Dirty Bird Falcons on the road as a 3-point underdog to Dave's New York Football Giants. Dave.
Oh my! Okay. Okay.
Both of these teams have not won a game. This may be a tie. I'm going to say a tie.
Thank you. I'm calling for a tie, like 3-3 or 9-9. Okay, and we will get the quarterbacks will play up to tight. So I'm calling for multiple Daniel Jones turnovers and at least 3 to 4 sacks for Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a terrible matchup.
The not Falcons by default.
Okay. Don't send Talib to this game, please. Give him some quality. Thank you.
Have Talib and Peerless Price commentate the game.
So I guess with this matchup, who's likely to get fired first, Jason Garrett or the coach Judge?
Joe Judge. Yeah. Joe Judge. Because if Daniel Jones fails, Gettle is gone, and yeah, he gonna take Joe Judge with him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, the Giants are terrible. All right. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Bengals on the road as a 3-point underdog, and this is a division game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I am taking the Bengals. I like Jamar Chase, and I've been on Jamar Chase for his preseason, but he's amazing. And I think they got three. They got three legit wide receivers on that team. I don't know, maybe Pittsburgh's line gets to Joe Burrow, but I'm taking the Bengals. BMO, I know you're very high on the Bengals as well. What you got, bro?
I'm going to pick the same. I think, like, with the three receivers that they have, I think they really do have a nice balanced attack on offense. Of course, the defense is always a good concern. Give me the Bengals. It's going to be a division game. These games are always weird when it comes to both of these teams. But I got the Bengals in this one, man. I think they may switch. Dave, this may be another situation where this game goes to overtime, like the Bengals did the first week of the season. This game will go to overtime, and the Bengals will win in overtime. Another overtime victory for the Bengals.
I got the Bengals, and the Roethlisberger problem will linger the entire season for them.
Yeah, I got the Bengals as well.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Jesus. All right. Well, I think we all going to go unanimous on this. Maybe not. But we have an interesting game in Jacksonville. We have the Arizona Cardinals 2-0 on the road to face. Hey, I got some questions about this, man.
You don't got no questions. You gonna pick Jackson? You gonna pick Jacksonville or not?
What's the question?
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm going Jacksonville because this is typical Arizona football where they don't show up when they're supposed to.
See, he ain't lying.
This will be the game where we look back and Kyler Murray looks like he shouldn't have been out there for some odd reason. But yeah, Arizona's 7-point favorite. I understand the thing is this. I will say, and I will admit, the turnovers that Trevor Lawrence is having, you can't do that versus Budda Baker and these boys. But Arizona will find a way to zone it. As my boy Dom was saying, this will be the opportunity for them to actually do this. When they can sort of run away with the division, this is what they'll do. I'm going to take Jacksonville in the upset. That's my upset of the week.
Look, the trend of West Coast teams traveling east has been trending downwards. That has not been an issue except for the Cardinals. Because last year, they go to the Jets early and get their doors blown off, and it was sort of the beginning of the end for fake Ryan Gosling and his crew. So if they mean business this year, okay, and I think they do, they go win this game, they put them away early. I'm calling for an Arizona win, multiple sacks by John Jones' brother.
I mean, as soon as you said John Jones, that was a guaranteed loss for the Arizona Cardinals. That's why I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this game.
Come on, man.
Because look, like Hendo said, Arizona, and to be honest with you, this is gonna be the game with Gordon Hayward, older cousin, end up looking like he's back at Texas Tech with no Michael Crabtree, and Trevor Lawrence will throw 5 touchdowns in this game.
5 touchdowns.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna throw 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals.
Hey Vic, I'm just saying, man.
He said 5?
I said 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals.
With 5 interceptions?
Hey, you can have a Jameis game. They still gonna get the dub though.
Unbelievable. All right, next game. Yeah, whatever. Next game. Y'all sound ridiculous. Next game.
All right. We got the New York Football Jets on the road as a 10-point underdog. Both football teams versus Denver Broncos. I got the Broncos in the blowout.
Yeah, Broncos. Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Broncos, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Both of those teams like New York football teams, like Jason Garrett said.
Yes.
All right. I think this matchup is going to be interesting because we don't know the status of Tua right now. We have the Miami Dolphins on the road as a 4-point underdog to the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. Man, look, they got to capitalize. You got to beat this team if Tua's out. No excuses.
Tua is out.
I agree.
Tua is out.
I agree.
So,
Yeah. See, there you go.
If you are a good team, and again, you're trying to get to 10 wins in this AFC for a playoff spot, you win this game. I got the Raiders winning at home.
I'm calling it tie. They gonna tie, fam. Nobody winning.
But you know what though? Because we're really hyped on these teams, and in any kind of fashion, the teams that we're hyped on, they usually
They're gonna disappoint.
They disappoint.
I swear if Jacksonville wins.
Boy,
the AFC West thing is down the drain. Everything about
everything Dave put in his mindset with the NFC West is gone. Like
it'll be over after 3 weeks. Okay, next game. I don't even want to think about it, bro.
All right, next game. I think arguably we can say the game of the week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be a favorite on the road as a 1.5 point favorite versus the Los Angeles Rams. Man, we did this matchup on Madden, me and Dom, and if it's anything like I think it is, Tampa Bay is just like that. The fact that Antonio Brown is the third receiver on this team is insane. I don't know if any team, while I do think Williams and Ramsey are arguably the best duo cornerback in the league that you could think of, like one of the top 3 duos in the league, they're going to figure out something with that third guy. And look, man, if they can keep the turnovers down, I'm taking Tampa in this game. I love Aaron Donald. I love Cooper Kupp. And Matt Stafford, who I think will get this team somehow to a Super Bowl, I'm still taking Tampa.
I like Tampa as well. But if Stafford and Sony Michel can get them anything on the play action, they are going to test this depleted Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary. As far as Tampa on offense, another elite team in the range of the Chiefs, who seem to have trouble running the ball right now, despite having 3 NFL caliber running backs on their roster. But I got the Buccaneers, man. Brady's on a mission. I think he's trying to break. I think he's trying to go 17-0 with 60 touchdowns.
Demo.
I got the Bucs as well. I mean, as much as I feel like they're going to keep this as a shootout, where as far as like in the Rams' favor, like you mentioned, they got to have to run the football. They got to do something against this team to try to balance it out. But like you said, Brady's on a mission. I like the Buccaneers on both sides of the football. Brady and Gronk will have 3 touchdowns in this game. And give me the Buccaneers.
I'm taking the Rams because Antonio Brown has been added to the COVID list, so Antonio Brown will not be there. And as much as I love Tampa Bay, I just feel like this is going to be the game to where they just probably going to get kicked in the nuts. So I'm taking the Rams in this one. I got 2 sacks for Aaron Donald. I think he will get to Brady in this game. So I got the Rams.
You don't trust your boy Scotty Miller?
I got the Rams.
Okay. All right. In another NFC West could disappoint us situation, we have the Seattle Seahawks on the road as 1-1. We'll be going to Minnesota to face the 0-2 Minnesota Vikings. The Seattle Seahawks are a 1.5 point favorite. I'm going to take Seattle in this game, but I don't trust them. This will be the game that Justin Jefferson goes completely ape. Dalvin Cook has to have a big game, right?
Yes.
3, I think he's
doing.
If he plays, of course. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks, but you can't trust them, especially on the road.
The Vikings had their nuts kicked in last weekend when Greg Joseph missed a 37-yard game-winning field goal. And again, Seattle will be the team that I trust the least in this NFC West, and I don't trust them on the road. Minnesota played a very good game against my Arizona Cardinals, but again, nuts, kick, gone. I got the Vikings at home to get their first win of the season, and questions will abound about the Seattle Seahawks immediately.
Debo?
Give them the Seahawks in this one on the road. Again, another defense that I would love to question all the Vikings defense. I mean, knowing that they had to do so much now with the play of Kirk Cousins, now Dalvin Cook may not even play this week, maybe multiple weeks. I got Seattle in this one. I think they will most definitely do some work on this Vikings defense, especially that secondary.
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle only because I don't trust a quarterback who came out of Michigan State. So, yeah, give me Seattle in this one.
Oh, that's every week. That's every week.
Oh, Michigan State. Oh.
All right. And we have another.
My bad, Dave.
And we have another situation where NFC West team could blow it at home.
Watch your mouth, young man.
Hey, I'm just saying We got the San Francisco.
Put that back up there. Put that back up there, Hendo.
Which
the NFC West.
The disrespect of the NFC West is not going to be tolerated. Okay,
it's
not going to be tolerated.
7-1 through 2 weeks. Okay, but Chris is already trying to predict doom and gloom. I got the Niners. Okay. This Green Bay Packers defense needs to be tested, and there is no way Detroit was going to do that for at least 4 quarters. Kyle Shanahan will have a plan. I don't know who's at running back, but there will be somebody at running back, and they will win this game.
Yeah, no, Zadarius Smith, right? He's out.
Yeah, trick back.
Spinal. Demo, who you got?
Give me the Niners in this game. Like Dave said, man, this defense is going to be tested, especially in that secondary, which I think they're going to be tested. And we already know which person that his first and last name begin with a K. He will be most definitely be tested in this game. And I think the balanced attack from the Niners, I mean, where would they find a running back? But give me the Niners in this game. Don't trust Green Bay.
I'm not going against A-Rod. I've learned my lesson as a Cowboys loyalist not to go against A-Rod in any situation. We'll see. I think that's going to be the thing about this. I think Jones is due for a big game. And relatively, Aaron Rodgers does very good when he goes to play against his former favorite team growing up as a kid. So I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers in the Packers.
I'm going to go with the Niners, and Deebo Samuel will have a big game.
How about Brandon Ayuk? Can he join at least join like the game, join the fantasy stats, please?
I need him to do something. Give me some flex points or something.
Good Lord.
So I know they talked about it during the week, and I was watching some of this stuff, but Jair Alexander says he's guarding Deebo. So you may want to go in and consider that in your fantasy discussion. So, yeah. All right. Last game of the week, Monday night. Philadelphia Eagles on the road, 4.5-point underdog versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'll let Dave go first, and then Dom, you go in, and BMO, of course, you close it out. Now
I got the Cowboys at home. I really want to trust Mike McCarthy and feel that he found a formula with this 1-2 running attack. I hope he continues to do this to take advantage of the loss of Brandon Graham. I do think that Jalen Hurts can do something with this Cowboy defense, test their discipline, test, whatever technical football terms you want to go about when dealing with a mobile quarterback. But the points, I need Philly to get me some more points. I think the Cowboys will score 28-30 at home, and they win.
Yeah, so I'm intelligent. I'm not a, full-fledged fanner. I actually got the Cowboys winning this game because this will be the biggest test for the cornerbacks out there. You know what I'm saying? For the Eagles. Amari and Darius Slay, they going to cancel each other out. I'm not concerned about that. But the CD matchup and the Michael Gallup matchup is where all the concerns come into play. Like you said, I mean, I will say this. I feel like if the receivers can, for the Philly can, hit them, they need to go, real double move heavy because, y'all got some aggressive cornerbacks that like to gamble a lot. So if you can catch them with a good double move or two, you can make some plays deep. But like Dave said, even that 71-yard play, you showed on the last commercial, it amounted to 0 points. It's unacceptable. You can't do that. And look, I know we talk a lot about Jalen Smith, but he is still fast. So the one thing that's going to concern me because Miles Sanders is quick, but it's going to be hard to get on that edge when your linebackers is quick as well. So, I mean, I actually got the Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah, for me, shout out to Vic who mentioned the Cowboys really don't do good at home. They really like to show up when it's on prime time for some odd reason. But I do think that they have found something. Now, we all said that Michael Parsons was going to be defensive rookie of the year or possibly rookie of the year in most cases. For him not to be a known defensive end, he did very well. And I wonder will the Eagles have a game plan for that? I think the speed of the Eagles is a problem for the Cowboys. This is a lot of speed out there. You're talking about Rieger. You're talking about who was the guy last week? Q. Name starts with a Q. Who's it?
Watkins.
Watkins. Yeah. Watkins. You got him. You got all these elite talent. Devontae as well. Jalen Hurts can't turn over the ball, and Dallas has been really good about these turnovers. They're getting interceptions. This Curse guy in the safety, Curse has been really good. And then Malik Hooker, ladies and gentlemen, has been playing really good for the Cowboys. They've been scrapping together some guys, and as long as the Eagles don't game, I will say this: the Eagles will win this game if they find a way to have Miles Sanders matched up on Jalen Smith the whole game, some sort of way where he's in the open field. That's a disaster for the Cowboys. But I do think Dallas will win this game close. I think that the Eagles' speed is an issue.
This game is going to be stupid. I mean, the only reason why I say stupid is because the Cowboys, like Vic had mentioned, like we all mentioned, they play crappy at home and on prime time. On paper, yes, offensively and defensively, I do trust the Cowboys to win this game. But it's always going to be situations where penalties will be afoot, and you got John Bones Fossil right here in the ear of Mike McCarthy. You need to push him away. Because never get to a situation where your special teams coach is telling you to put your game into a kicker. You can't do this in a game like this, especially in a division game like this at home. I think with the running game with Pollard and also with Zeke, I think they will implement that. I think I like Justin Fields a whole lot, Dom, simply because he does have weapons on his feet and he's very aggressive with throwing the football. I think he will take some shots downfield against this secondary. And I think that if Philly does that and also run some screen passes, get Jalen Smith and also Leighton Vander Esch out there to chase those screens, I think that would be a huge difficulty for the Cowboys, and that would show how much you need Michael Parsons back there in the linebacker position. Michael Parsons, I think he will be fine. They will put him back at defensive end. And Gallup, he's out, by the way, Dom, so you won't have to worry about him. But I do expect Cedric Wilson to have a good game and to take a part of the lack of cornerback talent that you guys have. Dallas will win this game in a close game, but it's definitely, I don't even see them even scoring 20 points in this game. This game is going to be weird. It's going to be like 17-16.
Wow, I agree. Well, let's take a quick break. Looks like we got some MLB discussion real quick, and we got some news and notes for BMO. He is smiling super hard. That means he has a weird note to give us, and yeah. Machado, Tatis, y'all good?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Incident happened Saturday, so we're here to address it. It's something that, it was unfortunate that happened in the clubhouse inside the dugout, in a crucial situation for us as a team. We also got to apologize to the fans for being able to, see that. But, we handled it internally as a team. We're the leaders of this organization, of this team. So, we're just trying to, with the pressure of trying to win, the emotions that go through everything. We got Fernando over here is about to win the MVP. We got a team that's trying to compete and get to the World Series. We haven't been playing so great baseball, so emotions get involved and gets the better of us at all times. And those are situations that we learn as leaders, as a team, as an organization, and we just get better from that. So, with that being said, we're here to take away the distractions from the team. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger things to be worrying about right now than to be worrying about something that's not a big deal. So, we're gonna go out there and play baseball. We got 14 more games, 13 more games left, and we got to try to win all of them to get to where we want to be.
Can you put to rest what the relationship is between you guys?
We're here to ask questions. This is my little brother. We're here to always be together, and we're always going to be together no matter what. We got a lot of years here, moving forward. So, that's done and said. He's got to go. We got to go as a team as well. So, that's what we're going to try to reach here in the next 13 days. So
it just happened. It's part of baseball. It's part of the game. It's part of what this game, brings out, especially when good players trying to win and, stuff not going our way. And, at the end of the day, it's glad we happened. I feel like that's bring us stronger. When you go inside and you talk about it and you analyze it and, you just come together. And I feel like the next talk is huge. It's huge for us. It's huge for the team. And I feel like we're in a really great spot.
Well,
look.
Go ahead, Dave.
Look. As many of you know, there was was it a kerfuffle? Was it a Donnybrook? Was it a melee? Was it as as Michael Evans used to say on Good Times, a heated discussion, whatever it was. What was it, Chris?
It was a Reggie Jackson and what's from my old manager of the Yankees.
Billy Martin. Billy Martin
situation. Yeah.
Look. I think that these things happen more than we know, and this one just happened to be caught out in the public eye. Manny Machado apparently was frustrated with Fernando Tatis either taking the call third strike or arguing about it, which apparently, well, not apparently, but you can't do in baseball. They had words. Machado was heard saying, "It's not about you." Fine. One of the things that we have learned about the Padres in the 60-game season last year and now the 162-game season this year is, man, this is a real marathon, okay? And I know we don't have a lot of baseball fans out here, but I want you to think about this. The baseball regular season is 2 NBA regular seasons, okay? So the Padres cannot approach this, like it's a football team or like it's a basketball team. This is 162 games, and you have to maintain a level of composure and cool throughout the season in order for you to reach your goal. Okay. At the time of the kerfuffle, they were 76 and 73. Okay. And offensively, they aren't that bad. Okay. Machado and Tatis are leading the charge. Now, they had the season from hell from Eric Hosmer, but other than that, they've been pretty good. Now, the problem is the pitching. Okay. They haven't had Denilson Lamet for most of the year. Chris Paddock has regressed. And this is even before we get to y'all's man's Yu Darvish. Okay. The only steady pitcher that they had was Joe Musgrove. Okay. And we saw him struggle last night as the San Francisco baseball Giants walked their ass down from a 4-0 deficit. Okay. They lost again. Tatis had another call strike looking last night. And going into next season, man, the Padres got to realize, man, we got 162 of these things. Every night can't be a party, okay? And I think they wore down as the season went along. As far as Machado and Tatis, they'll be fine. We've seen this before, okay? We've seen star athletes yell at each other, et cetera, et cetera. I do like how Tatis laughed at the little brother comment because he probably looked at Machado and was like, "Rob, I will yoke you up, big old fella." But they'll be fine personally. But the team has to learn that you just can't sprint your way through a 162-game baseball season.
Yeah, for me, I'm not worried about the confrontation part. I understand it, but it's ironic. This is another year where Tatis is a part of some sort of weird situation with either teammates or the manager. Because if you remember last year during the COVID season or bubble season, we want to call it, we had the bat flip situation in Texas, and the manager got on them and the team got on them about this. They were cited, if I'm not mistaken, about maturity. And now we have this situation again. And I'm not going to throw too much stock into it, but yeah, to your point, this has been a shit show season for the Padres. It sucks that they are in the, in that West, in the NL West. But my thing is, like you mentioned, the pitching has been atrocious. They thought Mackenzie Gore was going to take the next step. He hadn't done what you thought he was going to do. The trade deadline, you pick up Adam Frazier, but you didn't really make the mark. Like, look, man, like they didn't do what they were supposed to do. The Dodgers did. The Dodgers countered you. They got Scherzer. They got Trey Turner. As Elder Allen just said, he's 23 years old. I agree. So there's some growing to be there, but for a team, they need growth from him now from the maturity side, because this is a World Series contending team, or at least they put themselves in this situation to be there. So I'm not worried about the situation, but I do think this is something to maybe monitor in a few more years if we're still having these issues where teammates are sort of going after him. Machado, as Dave laughed when we talked about this before, Machado may not be one of the most citable players when it comes to maturity and stuff, but Machado has been that guy before where he was the young gun and he had to deal with veterans. So we'll see. Dom, your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, like Elder Allen said, he's young. I mean, this happens in sports all the time. It just so happened, be an argument between two big stars in baseball right now. That's really all it was. It is what it is. It happens. It could be worse, Somebody could have asked, Machado is he Fernando's pops like they asked Kyrie? That's what made him want to leave.
Well, like I said, the little chuckle that Tatis gave when Machado little brothered him is telling as well. I don't think it has anything major to do with this. But again, y'all, 162 of these things in 180 days. Okay. You know, the Dodgers are built to do this. I don't think the Dodgers felt threatened by the Padres all year long, even when the Padres got off to a pretty hot start. So, I don't think there's anything major to be done between those two. But as a team, they got some issues, man. Darvish can go. He's done. He's done. He's done as in my opinion, top of the line pitcher. This is team number 4 in 5 years now. We seen these goods. We're done there.
All right, Lord Moten, what you got for us?
All right, got some news and notes for you guys. This story right here starts off in Houston, in Cinco Ranch, part of the Houston area. Okay, so a family wants AAA Texas to compensate them after one of their contracted drivers allegedly stole their SUV. They drove the SUV all the way here to Dallas before being arrested. I'm going to butcher this name, so y'all forgive me. We have, I'm just going to say his last name, Goo.
Goo?
Mr. Goo? Mr. Goo?
Yeah,
okay.
Mr. Goo.
Not me,
Mr. Goo.
but Mr. Goo.
No,
Got
Yeah,
it.
because I got a little weird. I'm like Goo.
No,
like,
not
like
you.
what?
All right.
Not you, Dave. Is Mr. Goo. The O is silent, by the way. He had an Acura MDX that couldn't start. So he called AAA, who sent a driver from United Towing. So Goo said that the tow truck driver jumped his battery and got into his vehicle running, but things automatically turned left. He stepped back into my car and stepped in, closed the door, and then reversed and drove away. Mr. Goose said, I just watched him because I thought he was just test driving my vehicle.
Time out. So you saw them running. I don't know. If somebody runs to my car, you gotta get paranoid.
Yeah, bro.
So where's the tow truck? The tow truck. He just left the tow truck there.
I'm gonna get to that. Mr. Goose said the driver left the neighborhood, and he soon realized that the car was being stolen. So Goose said that he called the towing company, and then he drove, and then he called the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office. Deputies were able to track down the driver who still had the company's walkie-talkie with him in the SUV. What? Oh my goodness! So the walkie-talkie was there. Go ahead, Dave.
What's the end game?
All right. Authorities said that when they tracked Mr. Goose's vehicle, the driver was headed north on I-45 towards Dallas. Said they immediately contacted Dallas police, who eventually spotted the driver. This is what Mr. Goo had asked for after the result of this, Dave. Goo said that he said he had paid $500 deductible to have his vehicle returned. Mr. Goo said that he believes AAA should compensate him for his loss. And plus, you have this couple of hundred of miles on my vehicle, and I had a full tank of gas. So in a statement, AAA Texas told KPRC2 News that they were deeply concerned about his extremely unusual incident, and also the driver's employment has been terminated by the independent contractor, United Towing.
So
I don't. What was the goal of driving the car to Dallas?
Right.
Maybe
Why did you
a chop shop?
He knew it's okay. That is a very valid answer. What did he think was going to happen to the tow truck that he left on the scene?
Why didn't you? Okay, that's the only thing I'm saying. Okay, or what you could have did was, instead of taking his SUV, why didn't you just tow the SUV and then go to Houston with it? But that wouldn't have worked either. So But like, you're gonna get fired anyway. You was gonna get fired anyway, even if you towed the vehicle. You know what I'm saying, with your tow truck. So I guess he feel like they wasn't gonna track him down if he just took the vehicle wholeheartedly and then go down.
He's a tow truck guy. Don't they? He got access to tracking equipment. He should know that what did he? Okay, whatever.
Do they have a tow truck driver's name?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Dumbass. That's his name.
Bro, yeah. I've never. Now I can understand a scenario where it wasn't their tow truck that came or the contract. If somebody just happened to be having a fake tow truck and be like, hey, or like they're pretending to be one and he stole the car, but he worked and he was on the clock and he stole the car.
Yeah. Or you could have had a partner with you. Me and Mookie could have just pulled up and like, yo, start this car, just go. And I got the tow truck, engines running.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes my head hurt.
Nah, I'm suing them for not just $500 and some settlements. We need
I need more
thousands.
than that.
Right, nah, for real though.
That's all he wanted back, man. All he wanted back.
Better man than me.
All right. Anything else, Mon Lord?
Yeah, real quick, I know that we all heard of the passing of actor AJ Johnson, who passed away at 55 years old. Real quick, just want to say just all the stuff that I have, seen him in and knows him in. I first noticed him on Def Comedy Jam. Then after that, seeing him in Baps, seeing him in little small roles like House Party. Also, real MF and G's, and you have Dre Day. He was in that video, even though he was about to be on the verge of being murked from that. But I got the hookup, one, not two, and I just feel like in the stretch run that he had, and like from the early '90s to the mid '90s, he was everywhere, and very funny guy, real good person, and kind of hey, and also Ice Cube making his statement on Twitter saying that we are deeply saddened about AJ's passing, and he is very saddened that he will not be able to be in the next Friday movie, which he did say they would be named last Friday. So find out about AJ Johnson. Rest in peace to AJ Johnson. To me, I feel like he was a very, very funny guy. To me, a little bit underrated, but very funny in the movies that he was also in. Also playing Ezel in Friday, which is his most famous and memorable role. So rest in peace to AJ Johnson.
Indeed.
Yeah, iconic, man. Rest in peace, AJ. Well,
all right, that's it for news and notes.
Oh, we're going straight into it. All right, so today is a big day. Well, actually, this week in general is a big week for AEW. They will be in New York at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And for those that don't know, Dave, New York is basically been ran by WWE for decades. Like just honestly. So the fact that they are holding a show at Arthur Ashe Stadium, which no wrestling show has ever been held there, for one, and the fact that it's sold out in a predominantly WWE-like territory, that's saying a lot. And look, if you don't watch any match, even if you just like a casual wrestling fan, tonight you will be seeing Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan in WWE, versus Kenny Omega, arguably two of the best wrestlers in all wrestling promotions, WWE, AEW, New Japan, MLW, PWG, whatever. These are two of the very best to ever put on a pair of boots, and we getting that for free. We got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Ruby Soho for the AEW Women's Championship. Malachi Black, formerly known as Aleister Black in WWE, taking on a return Cody Rhodes, who shout out to him for getting his name back. Yeah, man, like I said, your boy Sting will be teaming up with Darby Allin.
Yeah,
your boy Sting is still wrestling. They will be teaming up to take on FTR. And look, the way that AEW use their legends is way different than WWE, because like they're helping getting the young guys over. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a, we gonna help you build your name up, so that way wrestling will be in good hands. But like I said, That's just Wednesday. Now, usually Dynamite is 2 hours and Rampage is an hour, which takes place on Friday. But Friday, Rampage will be 2 hours, and we getting the returning CM Punk taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, which I am down for because, like, look, CM Punk ain't wrestling in 7 years. He came back this year. Powerhouse Hobbs is one of the young guns in AEW, so CM Punk is basically working with all the young, you know what I'm saying, the young stars, helping building them up, stuff like that. The match that I'm probably most excited for, though, for Friday will be the Young Bucks teaming up with their boy Adam Cole, Bay. They will be taking on Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. Shout out to your boy Jungle Boy.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
hey, Jungle Boy, the son of your boy Jack Perry from 90210.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Just Google Jungle Boy and look at him, and yeah, bro, he looks just like him, fam. Like, that is definitely Jack Perry's son. There was no denying that whatsoever. But like I said, man, as far as AEW go, this is definitely a big week. I see the comment by Robin. I don't want to address that on air because, you know,
Hold on.
I ain't got time to be getting hit with no sanctions and nothing like that. So yeah, I'll have to address the Playing Rod from Hell Dark Side of the Ring episode in a separate video. But shout out to AEW. I'm just loving everything they've been doing. Like I said, it's a big week. We getting 4 hours of AEW programming on television, you know what I'm saying, outside of YouTube shows they got. So I am looking forward to it. 7:00 p.m., man. Like I said, if you don't watch anything, watch Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega. And just enjoy it. That's really the only way I can tell you. Just enjoy it. Speaking of enjoying, Hendo, it is the 20-year anniversary of the original Xbox coming out. And when I say the original, I mean the fat black box that I hate carrying around.
Fat black box.
Bro, like, yo, look. Y'all think the PS5 is huge.
Yo.
That OG Xbox was basically the same, except it was square. But it is a 20-year anniversary of the console. And to be honest with you, to see where they started from and where they are now, it's crazy when you think about it. Because not only that, I mean, because of that, we got franchises like Halo, you know, Mass Effect, Gears of War, you know, and also the fact that Xbox was the first home console to let you put your own music on the console. You know, you couldn't do it on PS2, but you know, you can put a CD on your Xbox. You can be playing Madden. Well, for me, I used to play WWF Raw and, you know, have my own 3-6 Mafia as my interest music, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. My favorite, Mass Effect. The Mass Effect franchise is easily one of my favorite Xbox exclusives of all time. Like, I literally still play that series to that day. Gears of War would be second, even though 4 and 5, y'all got to chill out with these old Soprano cliffhanger endings, fam. Like, yeah. Gears of War 6, you're gonna have to like come with it, otherwise it's gonna be trash. But yeah, for me, my favorite Xbox exclusive would be Mass Effect. Hendo, what about you?
Yeah, Gears grew on me because me and Dom did the campaigns together, a couple of them, and it really grew on us because we played it on a harder difficulty, we played it all day. We ran through a campaign in one day, which was crazy. We did that a while back. For me, now that it's not the same game, but Left 4 Dead obviously is a staple for me. Before Valve discontinued it, and now we got Back 4 Blood. But Left 4 Dead, other Xbox exclusive. You know what? Since we are talking about the OG Xbox, I had a chance to now play Psychonauts. I did like the first one. I enjoyed the second one. Psychonauts 2 is actually really good. Really enjoying it. And of course, last but not least, if I had to put one over that one, I would say Forza. The Forza series on both sides, Motorsports, and we got Horizon that's going to be coming out. Horizon 5 that's dropping in a couple more weeks. So yeah, we're going to be on that Game Pass. But yeah, Dom, back to your Xbox stuff, man, because 20 years, man, it's been a ride.
And I will say this though, you know what I'm saying? It has been a few forgotten franchises, you know, with Xbox. I will say, like, fighting game wise, it was this fighting game called Kakuto Chojin. And if you go back and look, you know how they got like the X-ray vision, you know what I'm saying, on Mortal Kombat now, to where you can like see through their body and stuff. They actually did that first back on the original Xbox game in that fighting game. That was like one of the main reasons. Cause like every time you break a limb, they'll like, X-ray and show it. But another game it was called Jade Empire. It was an RPG game. One of my favorite RPG games of all time. It was kind of shout out to NFL Fever. Shout out to NFL Blitz. Shout out to NBA Street. Shout out to NFL Extreme.
Peyton was on the first one, right? NFL Fever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And your boy, Dave, your boy Paul Pierce was on the front of Inside Drive.
Yeah.
Inside what?
NBA Inside
I saw that.
Drive.
Okay, I've seen that cover. Ridiculous.
But nah, man, like I said, just seeing how far Xbox has come, you know what I'm saying, to the Series X. Honestly, 360 is still one of my favorite gaming consoles. It's in my top 5 gaming consoles of all time because I just feel like 360 was just amazing. Once we got past the red ring of doom, you know what I'm saying, then we was good to go. But to see where they're at now with the graphics and, you know what I'm saying, the storage space is still ass though. So better than PlayStation because you can at least put a hard drive in there. But yeah, man, to see the franchise that came and went throughout Xbox and considering some of the one that's been coming over from Sony on to Xbox has been kind of crazy to see as well. But honestly, I'm just looking forward to more, you know what I'm saying, what we got in the future because honestly, the future of gaming is fantastic on both sides, green, black, I mean, Nintendo, however you want to do it. Xbox in order 360, Xbox One, and then the OG will be last. That would be my Xbox order.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go 360, Series X, Xbox One, and then the OG Xbox. This Series X is something serious. But yeah, the Xbox 360, even though I went through about 20 of them, great system overall. But yeah, Xbox, man, one time for Microsoft. I didn't think, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When it initially dropped, I didn't think too much of it because at that time we were in our PS2 days and we just knew PS2 was going to be there. GameCube was around. Yeah. And I didn't think Xbox was going to do it because I thought it was like another Dreamcast situation. We would get it and then it would go away. But Microsoft has held on. I'm looking forward to a couple of games, obviously, with this anniversary coming up. Next year, we're going to be having Redfall. You guys know I'm definitely excited for that. Like I said, Back for Blood. We got Forza Horizon. All this Crossfire game that's coming out next. There's so many games.
Yeah. Halo is finally coming out, I guess.
Halo is finally coming out. Other than that, yeah, man, I'm excited what Game Pass has offered us. It's great for gaming world right now. We got some good competition between the two, and yeah, man, if I had to rank them, I think we all would agree that the 360 is definitely the best console. I think of the Xbox generation. Look, the Series X is coming. Xbox One has some good things, but it started out really bad. I'm surprised they didn't capitalize off the 360, but they went totally backwards. And yeah, they're catching up. But yeah, one time for Microsoft, 20 years, man. What were we doing 20 years ago? So 20 years ago, I was a senior in high school. Yeah,
20 years. Ooh, yeah.
I was 20 years ago. Yeah.
But just one last point though. And this is how I always kind of knew that, I mean, not to brag, raise the pinky or whatever. Like we always did own both. I did have an Xbox, a PlayStation, and a GameCube. And the main reason why is because subtle differences, even now in gaming, you can see it. The main difference why I used to love playing sports game on Xbox, it didn't even have nothing to do with the music. The halftime show would actually be video on Xbox, and it'll just be still shots on PlayStation. I know that sounds like something small, but when you just think about little stuff like that, like that's what made me like the Xbox, you know what I'm saying, as well as the PS2. But yeah, man, good stuff, man. Good stuff, y'all.
And one time for Dave, I never forget back at the old Northwest Highway, I got a copy of Madden early. This is years ago. Man, this is probably when Romo was on the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. This is years ago. This is about 5 years ago or so. And I remember Dave had never played Xbox before, and I brought it over and he was thoroughly impressed. He was like, yeah, because he thought, he was like, man, this Madden looks really good on there. And I remember we played Green Bay versus Dallas. I'm telling you, it was so long ago. I believe Tony Romo was the quarterback of the Cowboys.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, so Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's still in conundrum about the controller. At least he didn't have to deal with the big ass Xbox OG controller. Boy, that's bigger than the Dreamcast controller.
By far, easily. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit somebody with one of them, they may not make it. But I'm excited to see what Xbox does. Even just in gaming in general. We got a lot of stuff coming out. If you guys haven't played Deathloop on PlayStation 5, play that. Me and Dom have been playing that. Look, I'm learning. I'm becoming a pretty good assassin, but it gets real online. This is an actual single player game that somehow your campaign turns to online where somebody's hunting you down. And I'm never alert on that, and I get scared when somebody runs up on me. But yeah, Deathloop is looking good. Yeah. And NBA 2K22 is really good. I think they fixed it. They've done better. In the last 5 years, 2K has been bad. This is by far the best 2K. And of course, Dom will still say Madden still got some work. It's not bad though. We played on PlayStation. For the first time, we played it on PlayStation against each other because usually we do Xbox because we can stream on the webcams versus each other. But yeah, we did on PlayStation last night, and yeah, just don't pick. Man, Tampa Bay is oh my god.
Hey, boy, I was out there throwing them down to Tom Brady.
Boy, Tom, bro, I swear to you, if you just saw that game, it was nothing I could do. I prevent everything, but yeah, man, gaming's in exciting space, man. We got Gran Turismo news that just came out. I'm pretty sure everybody's we're getting the new Gran Turismo.
And for your boy Dave, FIFA 22 looks effing amazing.
Yes, yes. And we also got some news from EA. We got a golf game coming back, y'all. Well, okay.
Just give us
okay, yeah. Just don't do what you did with Rory. Yeah, Rory may be the worst golf game we've ever played. Do we all agree here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like 2K golf. It's really good, actually.
Yep. Get us out of here, BMO.
All right, y'all. Give me y'all hot takes for this week.
Michigan State 38, Miami 17 at home. Look, y'all been seeing me yell about this since 2011. Okay, these home games where you cannot score 20 points. Okay. This team has been absolutely atrocious for 20 years. This is a Nebraska, Tennessee-esque fall off, okay? And the media needs to shut up, okay? And stop hoping and wishing for this Miami resurrection. Let me give y'all some news, folks. It ain't happening, okay? And here's the hot take. They will never win 10 games in my lifetime. They will not go to a major bowl game in my lifetime. Okay. I turned 45 years old on Monday. Okay. They are done as a relevant football institution. No matter how much NILs you can do, no matter how much gym memberships, gym owners that can pay them some money, it ain't enough. Okay. You people pinned your hopes on this 5'11" ass quarterback who has torn a knee last year and may be done this year because of a shoulder injury. You can fire Manny Diaz. Hell, you can hire Ed Reed as your head coach. They are done. They are done. Mookie, you thought Mookie and I was joking last week about how our teams are just 7 and 8 win teams and welcome to the CSL Plasma Bowl. They lost by 21 at home to an unranked Michigan State team. Go away forever. They are done.
All right, Dom, and then I'll go after you.
My hot take is simple. Damn, Dave, that was good. It's kind of hard to follow.
How do you top that?
Easy. Now that Justin Fields has been announced as the starter, my prediction is becoming closer. Let's go. All we need is Trey Lance, and it will be true. We ain't gonna make it till the end of September. Trey Lance will be starting after Sunday.
All right.
Well, before I get to mine, Darby Bullocks says my hot take. I had to make sure. He said my hot take is y'all all regret picking against the Jets. Look, Darby, if you're right, man, I'll swear to you, I will cash app you $10. Seriously, if the Jets win,
I'll cash app you 20.
Yeah, Because, bro.
Yeah, because it's no.
If they win by double digits, I will throw in an extra 15.
Yeah, like insane. But my hot take of the week is going to be NBA related. Ben Simmons will be traded by next week, and I think he'll obviously either be in Minnesota or look out for the Golden State Warriors to try to figure out a way to get Ben Simmons on their team.
Only if they can keep Draymond.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
Crazy story.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. All right. I am going to – my hot take is I'm going to let y'all know how bad the Detroit Lions defense is. Lamar Jackson, 300 passing yards and 120 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns this week against the Detroit Lions.
Is that Is that 2 passing and 2 running, or just 2 total?
2 total.
2 total touchdowns. 300, 120.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the Twitch. I'm looking at the Twitch comments. Somebody wants us to say, y'all really don't like the Jets? Of course not. We don't.
Who likes the Jets? Do you know it? Do y'all have any physical friends that are Jets fans? I don't know one Jets fan personally. You do?
Shout out to E. Jones. He's a producer for Rhapsody on the Jamla Records. He is a good friend of mine. E. Jones is a diehard Jets fan. When they drafted Zach Wilson, he was very high on it. He actually lives in Carolina, right? He was there week 1 on the field as a Jets fan, watching the game. He is a diehard Jets fan. Like, no ands or buts. He's going to ride down for him. He did say Zach will have his struggles early, but no. Okay, I'm looking at more Twitch comments. I'm trying to make sure.
The only Jets fan I know is Doug Heffernan from King of Queens. That's the only.
That's it.
And that's a fake character.
And that's the only Jets fans we know, Dom, that will wear Jets gear. And shirt, jersey, anything. He will wear it. That's the only Jets fan I know.
That's
somebody says this. Somebody says this. We're talking hot takes here. Somebody says the Dallas Cowboys will lose 27-3 on Monday night. God, they lose 27-3.
I hope you're right.
Somebody's fired if they lose 27-3.
Oh, they lose 27-3. I'm starting the show off.
Yes. You can have yes. Lead the football coverage.
Yes.
Just lead the football coverage, okay?
And Darby, of course. Oh, sorry, Robin. This is Robin. Robin went over to Twitch. It looks like Robin says his Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris, will lead the week of rushing for the NFL. He'll have over 150 yards rushing.
Okay, I'm gonna put him on my daily fantasy, and you better.
Who are they playing again? Hold on, let me go back to this. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Bengals.
They're playing the Bengals.
But are they going? Do Darby think they're gonna win though?
Right. He ain't saying about a W.
That's why that's why it's a hot take. We just give him play.
All right, gotcha.
He's catching up. He's doing something.
That's our overtime game, ain't it?
He said, "I'm more confident."
Overtime.
Oh wow! He says, "I'm more confident about the Steelers winning than you with the NFC West right now."
Oh, no. Listen, listen. My NFC West problem is going to be the Seahawks. Okay, the fact that I'm not worried about fake Ryan Gosling's crew should say a lot about my confidence level in the Cardinals. Seattle is the problem, and they showed you Sunday why they can't be trusted week to week.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Somebody from Twitch says, real quick, the Houston Texans will win the game tomorrow.
I'm with you.
Wow.
I'm with you. Y'all trust when y'all trust Sam Darnold on the road, y'all let me know.
Yes.
And Elder Allen has a high trade.
Listen, look.
Dodgers go back to back.
Okay, fine. The Dodgers will go back to back. No, they won't. Because my Tampa Bay Rays kids, the first Major League Baseball team to start a full left-handed lineup, your 2021 World Series champions.
I'm still sticking with the White Sox.
Okay.
That offense is elite. They got a problem, though. That matchup, that is a weird matchup for a playoff game opener.
We'll see.
Ooh.
Shall be good.
Nice.
All right, we done? We're out?
Yeah, we done. Hey.
Thank you.
Hey, shout out to everybody, man, on Twitch. Sorry I didn't get to the comments because it's not popping up on my end. I had to go to the Twitch page itself. But shout out to everybody on Twitch.
Are they called Twitchers?
Twitchies? We gotta think of something.
Let's go.
Just take your headphones off.
We out.
Yeah,
check it out. AirPods.
Yeah.
We out. We out.
Twitchers, right? That sounded like a South Park episode where Eric Cartman had Tourette's. He was out there. He was just twitching.
Oh, he was switching like Colt McCoy was. He got hit by James Harrison.